Hey, brothers. Been here dropping a short form piece of content. This was a potent conversation we had in one of the MSM Brotherhood cohorts around rejection, self rejection, implosion, and learning how to navigate those spaces. We hope you enjoy it. When we're feeling rejection from the outside, it's because there's a part of us that's been rejecting ourselves internally. Otherwise, that wouldn't stick. And one of the ways that I, as somebody who has rejected the fuck out of myself and beat the shit out of myself, I just want to invite you guys to remember to just stay loving with yourself. Guilt and shame and shoulds and all this stuff does not help anything. It actually just makes it worse in my experience. And actually, just like training a dog, if you're like beating a dog for negative behaviors versus giving it a treat for positive behaviors, like we know what actually works. And when we talk about our psyche and ourselves, like learning to shift that pattern little by little and focusing on the wins, focusing on the micro wins and lots of praise and 1 second at a time. We've talked about this, I know, many times, but like the four agreements, in any moment, am I doing the best that I can? And if I'm not, I take ownership of that. If I forgot to call my wife and I was absent-minded, I take ownership of that. And like I get back in right relation and I hit the reset and I'm not going to beat myself up. And that actually allows me to be more present with my partner and more, ultimately, like sometimes a lot of this stuff is so selfish. It is so fucking selfish of us to make it all about us and be so caught up in our own shit. And I'm not saying that to make us feel more guilty. I'm saying it just to be like actually just letting that shit go and like bringing that smiling king to me so that I can relight that fire, so that I can hit the reset and I can be there for her. Like that's actually what she wants. And learn so like learning how to navigate ourselves through these processes, which each and every one of you is getting better at. Like I mean it. Like I feel it in each of you. And I know I am too. And Hawks, like the more we do this work, the shorter the span is, yeah, the loop when we're yeah, the upward spiral. Like maybe initially we get thrown into a fight, like Chris, you mentioned celebrating that. Like in the past, it was this big thing that would maybe go on for weeks or months. And you can just imagine how much energy that fucking drains and how unnecessary it is. And it's because like I'm so caught up in my own ego and it's a fight, and like being able to shorten that time span with our partners, with ourselves, where we're catching where I'm being a fucking dick to myself, or I'm being a dick to my partner, or I'm being absent-minded, or I'm whatever, and like forgiving myself, forgiving things. The more we can, shorten these time lapses of when we're out of consciousness, just take ownership, bring it back in, hit that reset. The gaps get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until what was once years of loops becomes months, becomes weeks, becomes days, becomes hours, becomes minutes, becomes a breath. And when our partner feels, she's feeling that shift in you guys. Like people are feeling you guys shifting, and I know you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, catching the story, letting my partner know what's going on, allowing her to witness me recentering in myself and be like, actually, like I'm good. Like I got me and I'm back. And actually, not only do I got me, I got you too. That's what she's waiting to hear. And in that moment when it's genuine, when like I've shifted it, oftentimes she very quickly warms back up to me and sometimes even like wants me, similar to our conversation a few weeks ago. As soon as, we honor it, honor what's emerging in the feminine, not just in our partner, but in us, our emotions and everything else. And give our partner enough of a context to understand that, like, yeah, you're sensing that things are a little off, but daddy's got it. It's all going to be okay. Like, I just need a little time. Okay. okay. And I'm trusting, like, even if worst case scenario in my mind that like you're rejecting me, my little boy is like she's gonna leave me forever, blah blah blah. Like I have to be willing to accept the possibility of all of that and trust that if I just am coming back into doing the best I can and resetting within myself, that everything that's aligned with the truest version of me will continue to stay that way.